RinoZ's Chrysalis, The Antventure Begins is the first book in a lit RPG progression fantasy series that takes a humorous and unconventional approach to reincarnation. Instead of waking up as a mighty hero, the protagonist, Anthony, dies and is reborn as a monster ant in the sprawling dungeon world of Pangera. Anthony's new life begins with confusion and comedy. Hatching from an egg, he discovers his body is small, fragile, and insect-like, yet governed by RPG mechanics, stats, skills, and evolutions. His first abilities, bite, dig, and antenna sense, seem unimpressive, but Anthony quickly realizes that survival in Pangera requires creativity. The dungeon is vast, layered, and dangerous. Each level teems with monsters, from centipedes and arachnids to mana-infused horrors. Humans on the surface rely on the Deep Legion to fight back against dungeon creatures, but Anthony's perspective reveals that monsters are not mindless enemies. They have societies, instincts, and even strategies. Anthony's primary goal becomes protecting his colony. He bonds with the Queen and his fellow ants, gradually learning to expand their territory and defend against predators. Using lit RPG mechanics, he evolves through mutations and stat progression, customizing his body for combat and survival. His choices shape the colony's future, creating specialized ants for defense, scouting, and resource gathering. The novel balances humor and tension. Anthony's narration is filled with witty commentary and ant puns, making light of his bizarre situation. Yet the stakes are serious. Every battle could mean death, and every decision affects the colony's survival. Key themes include monster evolution. Anthony's growth highlights how even weak creatures can become powerful through persistence. Colony building. The ant colony becomes a metaphor for community, cooperation, and resilience. Humor in lit RPG. Anthony's sarcastic voice keeps the tone light even in dire battles. Survival and adaptation. The dungeon forces constant evolution and strategic thinking. By the end of the book, Anthony has transformed from a confused hatchling into a capable leader. His colony thrives, and he begins to understand that his reincarnation may have a larger purpose in Pangera's ecosystem. The title Chrysalis reflects both his literal metamorphosis and the broader theme of transformation, from weakness to strength, from isolation to community. RinoZ's writing blends progression fantasy mechanics with comedic narration, making the novel appealing to fans of lit RPG, monster evolution sagas, and unconventional isekai adventures.